Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Claims the Newcastle airport is in financial trouble have been strongly denied by management. The Herald claims cost blowouts and falling passenger numbers have seen shrinking cash reserves. However, airport CEO Peter Cox says their financial position remains robust and the reports are inaccurate. He says the newspaper never contacted them for comment or clarification prior to publishing the story. The Premier has thrown his support behind the Port of Newcastle and its economic importance as protesters plan a blockade next month. Protesters with environmental activist group Rising Tide are planning a blockade between November 19 and 28 as part of their fight to stop coal exports from the port by 2030. Chris Minns says at the end of the day, his responsibility is still with the New South Wales economy and ensuring the Hunter has a future.
The state's biggest export as of today is still coal. I know people don't like saying that, they don't like hearing it, but that's the truth. And until we get other industries up and running and pumping in the Hunter, that is going to be a key source of revenue to transition that economy, and I'm not switching it off tomorrow.
Meanwhile, the New South Wales Police Commissioner is appealing to the Supreme Court to stop the blockade next month. Rising Tide expects around 10,000 people will attend. 1,500 protesters took part in last year's 30-hour blockade. Around 100 people were later arrested when protesters refused to leave the water at the time agreed to with police. New figures reveal rental markets outside Australia's capital cities, including the Hunter, have become tighter and less affordable in the year to September. Regional rents have grown 8% over the previous year to a median price of $540 per week. While there are signs the national rental market is transitioning to a more balanced phase, Cameron Cusher from PropTrack says there's been little reprieve in our regions.
There were fewer properties available for rent in regional markets while they increased in the capital cities. New listings were down 0.4% from a year ago and total listings down 1.2%. We've seen stronger rental growth in regional markets than we have in capital city markets as well. And we've seen increasing inquiry per listing in regional markets, whereas it's eased in the capital city.
Workers employed in roles such as cleaners, security staff and patient transfer officers at Hunter Public Hospitals have had a big win. The state's 50,000 allied healthcare workers have been awarded a one-year pay increase of 3.5% and a 0.5% rise in superannuation. As part of the agreement, they'll also receive salary packaging, resulting in tax savings. They'll also receive a $1,000 one-off cost of living payment if the CPI exceeds 4% in the year to the March quarter of 2025. Cessnock Council will host a workshop on economic empowerment today in partnership with the Business Centre. The free workshop is open to women under 25 who are considering exploring a business idea. Mayor Daniel Watton says the workshop will provide additional support to women who've experienced domestic and family violence.
Domestic violence is something that I'm very passionate about being outspoken about and providing support we can do from a council level to combat this within our community. I'm going to do everything I can and link with any provider that we possibly can.
The second session will take place at Cessnock Leagues Club from 9 a.m.
2NURFM Sport.
Jets women's coach Ryan Campbell has praised new recruit Sheridan Gallagher following her training sessions over the weekend. Gallagher marks a return to football after converting to rugby league back in 2023. It's unknown what role she will play in this Sunday's season opener against former club Western Sydney. Knights forwards Phoenix Crossland and Leo Thompson have both been named for New Zealand's must-win Pacific Championship match with Tonga on Saturday. Crossland holds on to his hooker position while Thompson will come off the bench in the clash. Adamstown cricketer Kiva Bray and the Sydney Sixers suffered a lower-order collapse in last night's Women's Big Bash loss to the Strikers. Bray could only muster 2 runs before being caught out as the Sixers would fail to reach the Strikers' 171-run total by 11 runs. And the Hunter Wildfires will kick off their 2025 Shoot Shield season, hosting minor premiers Warringah on April 5. That's sport. I'm Jessie Dennett.
And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 3, 10, 22, 27, 33, 39 and 45. And the supplementaries are 1, 12 and 23. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.